Hello everybody and welcome back to Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis. So, in the last part we went through the first 6 levels in a lava land, which I forgot to mention in the last part was that it's called a lava land in the British English versions of this game, which is where just like in Tunnel, just like in Tropical Turmoil, which in other languages is called a tropical island. In the other versions of this game is called now this floor is called a lava dome. And I guess I can see where that this floor will be called a dome. Considering that we're not exactly going towards the actual volcanoes. Since we're not exactly going towards the actual volcanoes, the actual volcanoes in the background and whatnot. But anyways, oh god, okay, yeah, I need to make sure you fall away. Oh god, I was close. Okay, yeah, that was really close before I had to get that mini Mario stuck, or to get myself hit by that put a boop. Yeah, that was really bad timing, but thankfully I did not get him hit. But anyways, everyone, yeah, I think that with that, that's all I really wanted to say. Yeah, I just wanted to once again bring up, that Lava Land is only titled that within the version of the game that I'm playing. Yeah, but anyways, okay, now we're just gonna make sure that I not only make sure I don't get the mini Marios burned by the Spyguys, while also making sure that I don't have these mini Marios on the swing bar and get themselves hit by the Potaboos. And also have to make sure that I get them on top. Make sure they reach the platform so then I can essentially make sure that they get themselves across to the side of this area where the door is. Okay, now I gotta utilize the Marios just right so that I can get the regular mini Marios first. Yeah, I need to get the regular mini Marios for the door first. Yeah, before of course I get the gold one for the door. And there we go. Okay, good. I managed to get through that one this time. Yeah, with the gold, with not only the perfect chain, but also the golden Mario Blast. And there we go. And that's probably going to be only one of the few times. I did get a few gold stars on this floor already, but it's only like a few. But I guess I should say this as well. I think starting with the next floor is, when I get to the next floor in this game, I'm probably going to be, let's just say, I'm probably going to be on that floor for at least a few videos. Yeah, I'm probably going to be there for at least a few videos. Yeah, you're going to see what I mean for when I actually do eventually I get to that. But anyways, everyone, now for this level. Yeah, we not only have the fire with the fire blocks and the logs again, but we also get another crash con over there. But we also get, as you saw on the very bottom, a return of the Circus con. Ow. Yeah, like I said previously, make sure you don't have none of the mini Marios near the logs when they are burning. Yeah, that was really my bad for that. Okay, get it moving now. Okay, good. Okay, so now, as I was saying, now for this level, they actually do bring back the Circus con again. Yeah, a Donkey Kong toy that we've not seen, that we have actually not seen in a while. Yeah, and I mean a long while. And as you see as well, and then as you'll see as well, yeah, then as you'll see as well, crap. Okay, yeah, I definitely know what I want to do for that. Yeah, I need to make sure that that Crash Con, I need to ride that Crash Con if I want to have any shot of actually getting that letter. Right. As I was saying about that Circus Con down there, yeah, we actually aren't going to need that Circus Con if we want to have ourselves a shot of actually getting ourselves to the. If we want to have any shot of actually, if we want to have any shot of reaching of the door. If you want to have any shot of actually reaching of the door. But first, yeah, I need to make sure I get this letter. There we go. Okay, so now, once you are done with that, now we can essentially just have the other two mini Marios go to where the Circus Con is. There's actually 3, not 4 left. Oh wait, there's actually 3 left, not 2. Yeah, at first I thought so. Yeah, at first I thought so. 2 first. Excuse me. But anyways, there we go. Yeah, not only did we need that a Crash Con, but we also needed that Circus Con if we want to in order for us to not only get the perfect chain, but also the non-stop. But not only the perfect chain, but also the non-stop one too. Yeah, that's gonna be one of the only few times that we're actually gonna be utilizing. Well, aside from the cool cons. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, yeah, in this last level on this floor, yeah, they actually bring back multiple like they actually bring back multiple like cool cons. But also, as you can see as well, there are not only spikes. There are not only spikes, but there are also conveyor belts too. So yeah, that's something. Yeah, so these are some things that you have to keep in mind if you want to actually get yourself. If you want to get every single. For essentially, if you want to get every mini Mario towards the door. Okay. But anyways, now I think I'm pretty sure I just said this already, but I may as well say it here again. But I may as well say it again. When we get to the next floor, then that's where I'm probably gonna take at least a few videos so I can get through them all. Because, well, for the majority of the levels there are in that floor, yeah, that's when things are gonna be, let's just say, even more complicated. Or more so, you're gonna spend a lot more time so you can get through them all. Yeah, like I said. Excuse me. Now, you're gonna see what I mean for when we actually get to that. Okay, we managed to get the non-stop, but I did not get the perfect chain. Oh well. Oh yeah, and I guess I should also say about my overall thoughts on this floor's music before we even get to our next boss fight. Now, what I think of it, well, even though, yeah, I want to say I like it. Yeah, honestly, I like it to the fact that they actually made a new arrangement of music that you really don't get to listen to too often. Yeah, just like with the underground theme, that also gets utilized in this game. Yeah. But anyways, anyways, everyone. Now that we are done with that again, and now we're gonna be taking on the boss fight against Donkey Kong on this floor. Now the boss fight for this floor is, I want to say, it is essentially the same as the ones we went through the first time that we through the very first boss fight that we actually had against him in this game. But instead, this time, there are fire bars that are going to be blocking you in order for you to be able to hit him. However, as you can see, there is a way that you can actually surpass through those fire bars really easily, which you'll see right here. Yeah, you see. Yeah, now, if a Mini Mario just so happens to grab that water drop, then they will get themselves a shield. As you can see, and of course, you can utilize that shield so that you can actually surpass right through those fire bars, no problem. But however though, if you just happen to touch the fire bar, if any of the fireballs that falls down on you just happens to touch the Mini Marios before you even have yourself a chance to fire, then that shield will instantly disappear. So yeah, make sure you at all times avoid those fireballs that comes down from the ceiling. Yeah. But anyways, but overall, that fight is essentially the same as the first one. It's just with the addition of the fire bars. But now we enter the next floor, titled Peach's Castle, which is actually called that within the British English version of the game that I am playing. But for the other versions, it is actually called a Toadstool Castle. And I know that was Peach's original name, Toadstool. Yeah, a Toadstool was her original name. Well, honestly, I don't know why you would need a different version of the game in order just to call this title Toadstool's Castle. When honestly, nowadays, people just call her Peach. Yeah. It's just something that they decided to do, I guess. But anyways, yeah, now we have an entire floor dedicated to Peach's Castle. And also, oh yeah, that's right, and I guess I should probably mention this as well too. Now, as we went through a mushroom mayhem, may recall, a whole within the background, off that floor, within that floor's levels, you can actually see a princess. You can actually see her castle within the background. Yeah, and I guess I should probably say this now. Yeah, with the fact that they not only utilize Peach's Castle in the background, but they also have Peach's Castle for like the entirety of this floor. And even though we do have Princess Peach as a mini toy, but I still have to ask, why even bother implementing stuff from Peach's Castle when the real deal does not even show up once? Yeah, honestly, even though I get Yeah, honestly, I don't get why they chose to do that. Yeah, honestly, I just don't get why they chose to do this. When we got some major references to Peach, and yet the real deal doesn't even, when the real deal doesn't even, but when the real deal doesn't even want to show up once. Yeah, yeah, not a single Donkey Kong game has referenced Peach. We don't see the we don't see the real deal whatsoever. Yeah, I know. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm just being a nit. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you guys might be thinking I'm just like nit picking at this. But it's just something that just made me really question it, that's all. Now also, yeah, and as you can see, yeah, this first floor for this, yeah, the first level on this floor has been doing me very much good. Considering, it's more so because of that it's honestly, it's all because of the Piranha Plant near the door. Yeah, as you may have saw what happened to that first Mini Mario that got burned by that fireball. Yeah, and not to mention there was a bunch of colored switches too. Yeah, and it really made me go like, I just wasn't sure when was the right time for me to hit a certain switch. Yeah, which led to one of the Mini Marios getting burned. And I didn't exactly get much points. And I didn't exactly get much points out of that. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Now, if this next level goes on for way longer than expected, then I'm most likely am just gonna be, then I am probably gonna be ending, then I'm probably gonna ending things off for this, ending things off for this whole video. Yeah, so then I can hopefully get to the rest of it within the next one. But, like I said, the levels on this floor tend to get a lot more longer. Yeah, tend to get longer. And I guess I should say this, right now too. Not only this floor, but also the last floor before we go to the rooftop. Honestly, those two levels are considered one of them. Honestly, I think of those two levels as my least favorite floors, in the game. Yeah, honestly, yeah, as you'll see for the rest of the levels on this floor, yeah, you may start to wonder why exactly do I think that. Yeah. But anyways, and speaking of levels, now also with this floor, we once again have to return. Crap. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, I'll retry this at least one more time, but otherwise, I'm just. Because honestly, if I lose one again, I'm just not gonna bother retrying it again. Because like I said, these levels in this floor tend to get way longer than expected. Way longer than they really need to be. But anyways, everyone now, as I was saying, now this level also brings back the water valves, which makes this the last time that we ever get to see the water valves be utilized in this whole entire game. Yeah, that surely is something. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm pretty sure you can definitely see why this floor, why the water valves never get utilized. Why the water valves never get utilized after that. Yeah, why the water valves never get utilized in the construction zone. Yeah, because you're not gonna have that much options when it comes to that. I'm not sure if I regret this, but yeah, I'm probably am gonna regret this. But I need to make sure you go over there. Why? I need to make sure I can time it just right, so I can have this mini Mario. Oh god. Oh god, no, 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 no! Crap, 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 crap! Ah. I was trying to make sure that the mini Mario, that the mini Mario did not drown again. Because I wanted to time him landing on that landing on that raft, but it did not go well. Yeah, like I said, this floor is one of my least favorite floors, and I'm not really looking forward to the rest again. Oh boy. I really am not. I really am not looking forward to this. I'm not really looking forward to going for all these levels again. Oh god. But anyways, I think I've done more of my. I think I've done more than enough of this one. And so with that said, we shall continue on for the next one. And so to then, I'll see you guys next time.